Love and money, it's complicated. It's a subject that most couples find hard to talk about. But I find that with mutual understanding and open communication, most couples can work through even the most difficult financial challenges.
My name is Elena. My husband's name is Tommy. We're here today to get some advice on how we can best financially prepare for our next steps.
We've never done a real deep dive to help us achieve some of the long-term goals.
Without having a clear step of what's next, it's hard to feel like we're taking the right steps to be able to seize the moment.
Tell me a little bit about what brings you here today and what you feel is maybe a little bit out of sync in your financial life.
Living here in New York City, we find ourselves like almost living in the moment a little bit too much, and we're not necessarily planning for the future.
I understand you guys have moved a few times in the past. Was there much planning involved in that?
Winging it is what I'm best at, which she does not like probably. But our last decision to come to New York was an easy decision because she was already commuting. And I was at a point where it just made sense in my career to take that next step. And
The return on investment was very clear. Whatever next step I want to make is going to require some kind of either moving or going back to school. It's going to involve some kind of investment, whereas you're very comfortable, I think, just staying on the path we're on.
Their relationship was really forged when there was a lot of volatility in their lives. They were moving from place to place, they were taking all these different jobs, and so they got very used to taking on roles that allowed them to be really flexible with a high degree of change. Do you guys have a 5-year plan?
I would say we have like 5 year plans that we're 20% invested in each of them.
Plan A, B, C, D?
We know we should be saving for something. We don't know if that's law school, a house, anything out there. Like, we just don't know what we're going for because we're very much in the moment here.
It's also wrapped up in like, I don't really know where I want to be in 5 years. It's very anxiety-inducing for me.
Now they're moving into a different phase and they need to start planning and being proactive about some of the choices for the next part of their lives together. And they really need to come up with a way to utilize their different skills and point of view in order to do that effectively. Timeframe is the first bit of structure that you can put on this to start to be able to play with different variables inside of it. What would you look for first if you were putting a puzzle together?
Corner pieces.
Corner pieces?
I would look to her. She's the puzzle master.
We want to put some boundaries on whatever it is that we are trying to figure out. And then starting to fill in things like what the timeline is, what the financial pieces are, to research what going back to school would look like. You would not have an income, or your income would be greatly reduced.
I think I've been doing a lot of that kind of research in a vacuum right now, but I think it sounds like if we did some of that planning together, then he can bring his analytical mind to it and can help me make some of those decisions along the way. Yeah, I don't know, you want to research law school with me?
Yeah, sounds great.
They're used to really attacking problems and attacking questions. They're not going from 0 to 5 years. I want them to start looking at 0 to 3 months, and then maybe 0 to 6 months or 12 months, and to really practice getting into those longer time frames.
There's a lot of steps we can take to start researching or planning. We do need to do it, and so we need to make time for it.
We need to build that framework of what success looks like for us financially. I would kiss you, but the whole chapstick thing is also freaking me out.
Too bad.